Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to 7th Standard Social online class. Students, we are studying Geography 1 Resources. Yesterday, we have studied about non-renewable resources. What is meant non-renewable resources? Natural resources that once we used, we cannot be replaced. We cannot be reproduced again and again. And we have studied the example for non-renewable resources like iron, copper, bauxite, coal, mica, etc. And we have studied about that the types of non-renewable. We can divide the non-renewable resources into three types: metallic resources, non-metallic resources, and fossil fuel resources. Metallic resources, it consists of more metals. It contains more iron. It's very hot substances and it is a good conductor of heat and electricity. And we have studied about the example for metallic resources like iron, copper, gold, bauxite, magnesium, etc., manganese, etc. Today we are going to study about non-metallic resources. Non-metallic resources. It can be described as the resources that do not comprise of metal. Resources that do not consist of metal is called non-metallic resources. These are not hard substances. They are not hard substances and they are not the good conductor of heat and electricity. For example, non-metallic mica, limestone, gypsum, dolomite, phosphate, etc. Let me see one by one. First we will see mica. Muscovite and biotite. Note these words. Muscovite and biotite are the common words of mica. It is one of the indispensable mineral. It is used in electrical and electronic industries. Mica is not conduct heat and electricity. So it is used for electrical and electronic industries. It is used as an insulating material in electrical industry. In powder form, it is used for making lubricating oil and decorative wallpaper. So making oil and wallpaper, we are using mica. China is a world top producer of mica. Note this one important GK question. In producing mica, China occupies the first place in the world. After that, Russia, Finland, United States, Turkey and Republic of Korea, they play a major role in production of mica. In India, three states, they are producing 95% of mica. They are Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan and Jharkhand. Next non-metallic resource, limestone. We are producing that white marble from limestone. So limestone is a sedimentary rock. It composed mainly by the skeletal fragments of marine organisms like coral, foraminifera and molluscs. So from these marine organisms, from their skeleton, we can get the limestone. About 10% of sedimentary rock are limestones. Mostly limestone is made into crust stone and used as a construction material. In construction material, we are using limestone for making floor tiles, etc. It is used for facing stone, floor tile, stair tread, window sills and many other purposes. Crushed limestone. The grind limestone is used in smelting and other metal refining process. Portland cement, note this one. Portland cement is made from limestone. Portland, it look like powder shape that we call crushed limestone. Regarding limestone, China produce more than half of limestone production in the world. So in mica and limestone also, China occupy the first place. Besides this, United States, India, Russia, Brazil and Japan, they also produce more limestone. In India, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh and Tamil Nadu produce over 3/4 of the total limestone of India. In Tamil Nadu, large-scale limestone are found in Ramanathapuram, Tirunelveli, Ariyalur, Salem, Coimbatore and Madurai district. Next resources, fossil fuel resources. This is also non-renewable resources. That is, once we consume these resources, it will take it will take million of years to reproduce again. So this is also called non-renewable resources. Fossil fuel resources are normally formed from the remains of dead plants and animals. So we can get the fossil fuel from the remaining parts of dead plants and animals. They are often referred to as fossil fuels and are formed from hydrocarbon. This fossil fuel is obtained from hydrocarbon. When fossil fuels are burnt, they become a great source of heat and energy. Example for fossil fuel resources: coal, underline coal, petroleum and natural gas. Let me see coal. This is the most abundantly found fossil fuel that forms when dead plant matter is converted into peat. So millions of years ago, the decayed plant or dead plant, they are converted into peat. It is used as a domestic fuel in industries such as iron and steel, steam engines to generate electricity. Electricity produced from coal is called thermal power. Note this one, it will come for one word. The heat and energy or electricity is produced from burning coal. That power we call thermal power. Coal is classified into 4 types based on the carbon content. How many percentage of carbon it has? Based on this, we can classify the coal into 4 types: anthracite, bituminous, lignite, peat. Anthracite, it contains more amount of carbon, more than 80, above 90 percentage. And bituminous, it contains 70 to 80 percentage amount of carbon. Lignite, 50 to 60 percentage, and peat, nearly 40 percentage. It is a low quality coal. The leading coal producers of the world is China. So China occupy the first place in producing coal. Besides this, India, USA, Australia, Indonesia and Russia, they also produce more coal. The coal producing area in India are, underline, Raniganj in West Bengal, Neyveli in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, we are producing lignite coal in Neyveli. Then Jharia, Dhanbad and Bokaro in Jharkhand state. Children, you see this map. In world map, we have to mark the distribution of fossil fuel resources. You see that the red color bullet, it denotes coal area. We can mark the coal area in India and South Africa. In petroleum, it's mostly found in the Arabian countries, Saudi Arabian, Persia, Iran, Iraq, like that. Petroleum and natural gas. You see that bullet? You point any 2 bullets is enough for each resources. For coal, we can mark only 2 places, mainly in India and China, like that. This map is very, very important. See here. This is Neyveli coal field. Here we are producing lignite. Most of the coal deposit that we use now, it formed from about 300 million years ago. So 300 millions ago, the decayed plants and animals, they converted into coal. Most of the earth was covered with a steamy swamp. As the plants and trees are dead, their remains were buried under earth, the swamp. Eventually, they were transformed into coal beneath the ground due to excess of heat and pressure. Now we will see that petroleum. Petroleum is found between the layers of rock and it is drilled from oil field located in offshore or near the seashore area and coastal area. So we have petroleum, we have to drill the rocks under the sea. This is sent to refineries. Refineries means purifying center, which process crude oil and produce variety of products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastic and lubricants. So when we drilling the rocks under the earth, we can get the crude oil. Crude oil means it's a diesel, petroleum, kerosene, all these things they jointly called as crude oil. This crude oil we have to send to the refinery center to purify. Petroleum and its derivatives are called black gold. Note this one, it will come for one word. Petroleum and its other products are called as black gold as they are very valuable product. The chief petroleum producing countries, first Saudi Arabia, then Iran, Iraq and Qatar. The other major producers are USA, Russia, Venezuela, Kuwait, UAE and Algeria. The leading producers in India are Digboi in Assam, Bombay High in Mumbai and deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers. You see here, this is Bombay High oil field. It is located in Mumbai. The natural gas, it is found with petroleum. So along with petroleum, we can get natural gas. Petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. More than 50% of the global natural gas reserves are found in United States of America, Russia, Iran and Qatar. In India, Krishna and Godavari Delta, Assam, Gujarat and some areas of offshore in Mumbai have natural gas resources. Students, we have completed the first lesson in Geography 1, that is resources. In previous classes, we have studied about the renewable resources, and yesterday we have studied about the non-renewable and its three types: metallic resources, non-metallic resources and fossil fuel resources. Let me see the summarized point. Natural resources are obtained from nature or environment. Renewable resources can be used repeatedly. We can reproduce again and again. Non-renewable resources, once we used, we cannot be replaced. Solar energy is not harmful to the environment. Sun energy, it is a renewable one. It is not harmful. It is not danger to the environment. Hydroelectricity is generated from moving water with high speed and great falls with the help of a turbine and dynamo. Metallic resources are iron, copper, gold, bauxite, silver, manganese, and these are good conductor of heat and electricity. And these metallic resources are hard substances. Non-metallic resources are not hardened substances and they are not the good conductor of heat and electricity. Example for non-metallic: mica, limestone, gypsum, dolomite, phosphate, etc. Fossil fuel resources are normally formed from the remaining of the plants and dead plants and animals. Example for fossil fuel: coal, petroleum and natural gas. Students, today I will send one detail. You copy in my classwork note and study well. Thank you.